Anthony Fauci has come back out and said COVID is not over. COVID's never going to be over as long as Anthony Fauci's alive, because Anthony Fauci needs to be somehow relevant. And now the TSA has there's been reports that perhaps that mask mandates for the airlines are coming back. Lionsgate, the film producer, TV producer in Hollywood, Lionsgate, I was a part of Lionsgate for a little while. Lionsgate has instituted mask mandates in portions of their office. So all the speculation at this point, I'm going to try not to get too fired up on this thing because it pisses me off. All the speculation out there, all of the prognostication seems to point to the fact that they're going to bring back lockdowns, mask mandates, and they're going to try to shut you down again in the name of COVID. Now, we knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen. It's so damn predictable whenever it's election season. And as we get into 2024, they're going to bring that back. Don't do it. Look at me. Do not comply. I don't care if you have to Bud Light the airline industry. I don't care who it ends up laying off, who loses their job. I don't care if the industry crumbles. I don't care if it falls apart. Listen, you say, well, that's cruel and that's mean. No, we're about to come into some real hard times. And you know what? The sacrifice is worth it. The sacrifice, it's just like Seth said earlier about women's sports. You have to sacrifice and not participate in order to save it. Okay, this stuff, if they bring back a mask mandate, absolutely not. I didn't comply the last time. I will not freaking comply this time. I will not put a mask on my face. I will not watch while children that are my responsibility have masks put on their face. We will not put our children back in schools around plexiglass that surrounds their desk. We're not going to put stay-at-home orders on people. We're not going to do those things. If you got grandma in the nursing facility and they tell you you can't go see grandma, then you know what? You get grandma's old ass out of the nursing facility and you bring her home and you take care of her there. We're not going to let the cabal, the power players, the puppet masters shut you down in the name of control. We've already experienced the tyranny. Now, they proved that it didn't work. They proved that it didn't work. And not only it didn't work, they lied to you. They lied to you about these protocols, and the insanity, the stupidity, just the asinine logic that went into saying, when you sit down at a table in a restaurant, then you can take your mask off. But until then, you got to keep your mask on. That's stupid. COVID can't make that 3-foot drop from standing, a 2-foot drop from standing to sitting at a table while you eat your sushi. No, we're not going to do it. Go ahead and make up your mind right now. The airline industry, if they want to institute a mask mandate, here's what you do. No one flies. You get real happy with staying put for about 7 days. You sit down for a week and you're like, you know what? I got a flight. I'm canceling it. Yeah, but my job. You will not have a job if we have to go through this anymore. You will not have a job. Your career is going to be screwed if we have to go through this level of tyranny again. We've already seen the tyrannies unleashed because of the COVID mandates, the corporate tyranny, the medical tyranny, the judicial tyranny, all the educational tyranny, all these things. They slipped so much crap into our lives in the name of protecting people. They didn't protect people. If COVID is still such a thing, according to Anthony Fauci, then where's the death toll again? Where's the little ticker? They'll bring that crap back. CNN, Fox, all of them. They'll be running their little death toll, their COVID death toll that'll be running through on a continuous cycle. Screw that stuff. You know what? People live and people die from all sorts of things. It's a tragedy. I'm sorry that happens, but that is part of living. You got to die at some point in time. Everybody's going to do it. But by God, we're not going to sit there and let them put their boot on our neck again for these mandates and these lockdowns and these shutdowns. You know what? Beverly Hills and Lionsgate and those guys, you want to institute your mask mandates? Nobody cares. You guys are so progressive, far left weirdos that we know you're going to do that until the point when California falls off into the Pacific Ocean. If your community is doing that, get out of that community. If that's not your values, get away from it. If your churches want to mask you up, find another church. Find people that are willing to take the doors off of their building and burn them in the parking lot so that you have access to wherever you want to go. But do not comply. Make up your mind right now that when it happens, you will not mask your face and you will not put up with this garbage. It's medical tyranny and it's stupid, period. And our country quite literally depends on you Bud Lighting the hell out of any industry that would choose to adhere to that nonsense.